we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to.
Hey you guys, I finally had the HSG test done today and it wasn't very fun, but I'm glad it's over with. I kind of wanted to let you guys know what happened and just kind of walk you through my experience of it, just to kind of give you guys a heads up in case anyone has to go through the same thing. At least you kind of have a narrative, I guess, about it. I don't really have any footage. I really didn't film anything to go there. I'm kind of shy with that kind of stuff, but here's how it went down. So I know I mentioned to you guys before that the doctor prescribed me a medication called Cytotec, Cytotec. I can't pronounce the generic name of it, but he prescribed me 2 tablets that I picked up a couple months ago when I was first going to get it done, and the holidays came up and everything just kind of got scrambled. So I did, before I took this medication, I did take a pregnancy test because of course I googled it because I'm the Google queen, and it's used for actually abortions and things like that. I guess it contracts the uterus and does all sorts of funky things, so just in case there was any chance, you know, of having a pregnancy or whatever, you want to be sure before you take it to make sure you're not pregnant. So I did that. I took a pregnancy test right before I took it, which I knew it was going to be negative, but just for the peace of mind. So it was negative. I took the 2 tablets last night before bed. The doctor instructed me to take I think he said 12 to 20 hours beforehand. I took them around, I don't know, 9:30 or so, and my appointment was at 1:30, so I figured that was sufficient time. I took those 2. I did have some mild cramping from them. Nothing too awful. I couldn't sleep because I was nervous, not because of the tablets or anything. The doctor did ask that, but today we got there around, I want to say around like 1 o'clock. We didn't wait for too long. I didn't drive, just in case, although I know that you can drive afterwards. It's not anything too crazy. But they took me to the room. I asked if John could come with, and Lady was adamant about being no, and I was kind of inquiring, like, why is that? I'm like, is it a hospital policy? Like, he can't be in the room? And she's like, no, but do you really want him to be there and see all that? I'm like, doesn't gotta look if he doesn't want to. But she said he can come in if he wants, which he did come in a little bit because we were waiting for the doctor, but I just told him to go while the procedure was going on, and also because, I don't know, there's x-rays and stuff, and I just want to keep him safe, so he wasn't in the room the whole time. So we're waiting for the doctor. When you first walk into the room, there's this big, giant x-ray machine with a bed on it, and the nurse kind of walks you through what's going to happen. She asks you if you have any questions. She had me sign some paperwork, and I think it was just mainly signing off that I'm not pregnant, and I don't know, like all these like random things, but it wasn't like much paperwork. It was just a couple signatures. Then she had me change into a gown, and she had all that ready in the bathroom, and it was nice. So there's actually 2 gowns I had to change into. She said it didn't matter which one I put on first. It's the same gown, but one you put on with the open part to the back, and when you put on with the open part to the front, so I guess you don't expose yourself to people. She told me to take off everything except my bra. She gave me a nice little pair of socks. Yeah, and then I made it out there in my gowns. She gave me a heated blanket, which was cute, while I was waiting for the doctor. And I think we were waiting for about 25 minutes or so. He was actually at a different location, and he had to probably speed. It was a few towns over, but he made it there in no time, and it was so nice to see him because my doctor is literally the best. So he started the procedure by telling me exactly what was going to happen and what he was going to do. They do use a speculum, and it is cold, and it is a little bigger than what you're used to for your pap smears, and he did warn me about that, and it is indeed a little bigger. And yes, it's a little uncomfortable, but that was not the worst part. I forgot to mention I did take some ibuprofen about an hour and a half before the procedure. I took 3, which is about 600 milligrams. Now, ibuprofen you have to take with food on your stomach so you don't hurt your stomach. And he said take 2 to 3, I think. I decided to take 3, and I actually brought a couple extra just in case. Ibuprofen's good for like cramps and like things like that that are going on with like muscles and stuff like that. So anyway, I took the ibuprofen beforehand, so I took 3 of them. So 600 milligrams of that. But he was showing me all the instruments. So they put in the speculum and they kind of, I guess, center your cervix so that it doesn't move as much. I don't know what they use for it. I was trying not to look at the instruments because they look scary as hell. There's like needles and like giant like metal things that you can hear them clinking around, and it's a little overwhelming. So I was trying not to look. He did have like a tube. It kind of looked like a straw with a balloon at the end, and that's kind of what they put in. It's like a catheter. And he explained that they put it in and blow up the balloon a little bit, and it is uncomfortable because they don't want the dye when they inject it to leak right back out. So they use that just to kind of keep it inside the uterus where they want it to be. So they do the speculum, they center your cervix. He wipes it down with, I think, iodine or something like that. He wipes it down a couple times, make sure that it's clean, and I think he mentioned that it was like a local anesthetic that he was also wiping it down with, which is nice because who doesn't want some anesthetic? But he sticks the balloon thing in up your cervix, which hurts. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. But the worst part is the freaking balloon. Oh my god, the pressure. And it's like, it's hard to explain. Like, it's so much pressure that it hurts. And I don't know what they blow it up with, but it felt like 100 pounds of, like, magnets or something. I don't even know, like, volcano. So that really hurt and was really uncomfortable. And the worst part is when they blow up the balloon. Like, yes, it's a quick procedure, only takes a few minutes, but, like, it stays blown up for a little bit. So they blow up the balloon. I don't know what happened next. I guess they injected the dye in there because the radiologist came in the room and he was taking pictures. They have you turn to the right, they have you turn to the left, and it's just kind of to see where the dye goes and, like, leaks into. And they also take pictures of you when you're on your sides, and they tell you don't scooch, just roll. Like, roll to the right and roll to the left. But overall, it was really quick. The worst part was literally the balloon. The dye, I didn't feel at all, which was awesome. My doctor did say I have no blockages, which, you know, I'm really excited about, but I'm also kind of like, if I don't have blockages, what's the problem? So I'm kind of a little discouraged because I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Like, why aren't we pregnant if I don't have blockages? And I thought that was, like, probably it. But it's over pretty quick. Like, the dye and everything is over pretty quick. It wasn't awful. I think I probably psyched myself out more than I should have, but I'm just glad it's over with. So we came home. I don't really have much cramping now or anything. They do give you a mattress size pad to wear home if you'd like. I did bring my own regular pad, but I don't think I really needed it too much, but you do want to have it just in case. The doctor did say the dye is clear, but he said it's sticky if it does come out. So yeah, that's the experience. It wasn't awful. Don't scare yourself. Yes, you should Google. Yes, it can really hurt. I've read. And yes, it can be kind of not painful at all. I've read also. I think I'd say my experience was in between. That balloon was so painful. But it's fast. I promise it's fast. Just get it done and see what's going on. I almost canceled because I was like, what if I have blockages and I just don't want to know? And, you know, sometimes it's better just not to know. But I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad I don't have blockages. And yeah, so now we gotta figure out what's next. I did tell the doctor, well, I asked the doctor, I said, well, what's the next step from here if I don't have blockages? I made him go back over all my blood tests and everything that I've had and just to tell me what he thinks. And he's like, you know, I'm just going to refer you to like a fertility specialist, and, you know, the next thing would be to get your partner to get a sperm analysis. I guess that's next on the agenda. But as far as like my body, as far as I'm concerned, I guess I'm totally healthy and there's no reason why I shouldn't be getting pregnant. So I don't know. We shall see. Fingers crossed. But I hope this has been kind of informational for you. In case you're wondering, don't be scared. Just get it done and over with. Bring your, hubby, boyfriend, whatever with you if it makes you feel better. I could have probably driven home, but it was nice to have, support there. Just because it's freaking scary. You don't want to go to a hospital for anything, but it was just freaking scary. What else? Oh, eat beforehand. Like nothing crazy, but eat beforehand. Especially if you're gonna take ibuprofen, and take the ibuprofen. What else? That's all. Nothing crazy, but I'll keep you posted in case anything else happens. And yeah, HSG test done and over with. So guess we're all clear on that. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to tell you anything else you want to know. If I missed anything, they took a picture of my pelvis. I know the doctor said I got some nice looking hips, I guess. I don't know. But that's all. So let me know if you have questions. I'm more than happy to answer. I hope this helped. Thanks.